Okay, so we have Omar over here. So I know you're a JV player, and that's what this game is going on behind us. So as a JV player, you're going to get a lot of pressure. So how do you work off the pressure that you get from either people from the stands, people on your team, or people of the opposite team?
People from opposite team, you really don't get any pressure, you know. Like, you try to zoom in, and when they score a goal, you get pressure, a little bit of pressure. But the stands, I just try zooming out, you know. Only pressure I get is from my coach, but, you know, you do a mistake, you got to correct it. And my teammates, we all work together to, you know, do things, score it, and then keep winning.
So as JV, keep going. All right. So as JV, you're pretty up on the scale of all the teams. So out of that, like, how do you keep going on your training, like nonstop, like motivating yourself to keep going?
Oh, you know what motivates me? I like the game. I like soccer a lot, you know, and I always try my best to be the best. You know, just get out there and just try my best.
So, like, obviously, do you want to do soccer as a career or something, or just something like you just like doing?
You know, I like doing it, but if opportunity happens, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. So, what soccer player inspires you to do your best, like, as out there, like, as either the play style or like just getting you to keep going?
Neymar, you know, a lot of people say I look like Neymar, but you know, most of the time when I'm playing, you know. But yeah, I got that a lot when I was a small kid.
So, is there anybody on your team that you like, also like inspires you at all? Like anybody who like helps you, like, oh yeah, when you're at your lowest and these guys need to help you, who do you think is your best?
You know, the best? I go with everybody, you know. Preferably, I don't have a favorite, but you know, everybody's, you know, like helping out each other, and I like that. So yeah.
So, what do you think of your coach?
Coach Barrett? Yeah, he's pretty cool, you know, so far. I'm just kidding, yeah, he's cool. I like him.
So, on the games, is there anything like other than you expect of having fun? Like, I know you want to be the top and everything, but is there something that you expect? Like, oh, I hope this game I can like pass really good, or this game I can do this.
Yeah, I hope every time as a forward to score, you know. Yeah, get that goal in. And then if I make a goal, like, I'm happy throughout the day, you know. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for this interview. All right. Done. So here we have one of the other soccer players in JV. What is your name?
Aurelio.
All right. Well, hello, Junior. How are you?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. So I know you're a JV player, and so you're gonna have a lot of pressure, either people from the stands, people on your team, and people from the opposite team. But how do you work that off? Like, make it so like, nah, I can do this. I can do like better today.
I usually just try to avoid the negativity and just try to suck in the positivity from the people that are watching and from my teammates, because they help a lot. They're not negative like other teammates that I've played with in the past, and that's what helps me improve and get better.
So I know you're from JV, so you're gonna have like intense training compared to like some other ones. And so what kind of motivates you to keep going and keep like nonstop, either in the games or during your workouts and everything?
Well, the workouts aren't as intense as I imagined, but the way I keep everything in control is by staying positive and doing what the coaches tell me, and you know, getting along with the players, because that's important.
Okay, so we have two of the JV players. What is your names?
Martin Hernandez.
David Garcia.
So Martin and David. So obviously right now we're watching one of the JV games, and you guys are JV players. So you're gonna get a lot of pressure, mainly because of the team you're in, either from people from the stands, people from your team, and people from the opposite team. What do you do to like shake it off and make sure that you're doing your best in the game?
Well, first, just focus on the game. Don't focus on other people. You have to have your mindset that you're going to go and win, and just focus on the game and not other people.
All right, and David, in your words, what do you do to shake off all the pressure that you get?
I just think we're better, you know. I don't really get nervous. Yeah.
So obviously you're gonna, and as JV players, you guys are have intense workouts compared to the other teams lower than you and everything. So what motivates you to keep going, keep like nonstop, either when you're playing the games or during your workouts?
So say like when we lose a game, I have that mindset when we lose a game and we go to practice harder. So then next time we play a game, then that's a win. And just always practice harder and practice harder and push yourself like to the limits, you know.
David?
I'm just glad to have Bear as my coach. He's taught me so much from like the season just started, and he's making me a better player. And yeah, practicing every day.
All right. Well, is there any so you guys like playing soccer? Is there any soccer player that really inspires you?
Well, I'm a goalie, so you know, it's all about Memo Ochoa, you know, the homie representing from Mexico. Yeah, we out here, so he's my inspiration right now. But there's a lot of good keepers out there, you know. Just I always pay attention to everyone because all keepers are different. They all have their different, you know, ways to train. So I always like to just see different goalies and like try my best, you know. But yeah, other than that,
For me, it's, I don't know, Iniesta, Messi, Ronaldo. They all inspire me. Just because of their hard work, of how much things they have accomplished. Chicharo, one of them, because he's dedicated to, if he says he's gonna be the top scorer, he's the top scorer. And that inspires me.
All right, so there's also the soccer players, and then I want to know who inspires you out of your team. Like, is there anybody who kind of motivates you, or do you try to be the person to motivate others?
well, our whole soccer team, like when we're in school, out of school, like out of practice, we all try to motivate each other and just say like pump each other up before games, practice, whatever it is. Always try to keep each other up, like never put us down. So yeah, like with me, I always try to put people up instead of putting them down. You know, I'm not a negative person. I'm a positive person. So I try my best to pump people up and get them ready for a game and tell them to keep their mindset good and worry about the game, not other stuff. So yeah, we are here.
All right, David.
Same with what Martin said. I don't really try to put people down. I'm not like that. I'm like, if they do a mistake, I tell them, all right, next time. If they make a bad shot, next time. It's never, because it's not like they're going to have a bad shot every time. One day they're going to make a goal. I feel it.
So in games and everything, what is it? So in games, you guys are going to like have your own little goals and things that you want to do every time to make sure that you know, hey, I like even if you win or do not win, that you do win or do not win on certain things, that you just want like, oh well, it's a win for me because I did this. What, like for you, would it be like goals or things like that, or like passes, or any personal goals that you guys have, like while trying to move your phone?
So, well, for a keeper goal is always try not to get scored on, you know. Try to motivate your teammates, and especially as defense, because they're your help most of the time, you know, because once they pass the defense, it's on you. So always, my goal is always, you know, get them prepared. If they're nervous, tell them like it's, you know, it's just another game. Just get ready for this game, and yeah, that's about it.
My personal goal, to get better every day. That's my personal goal, because I always try to become better than the person I was yesterday. Yeah.
Well, thank you too for the thing, and yeah, we're
I'd
done.
like to give a shout out to Bear, you know, the homie, keeping it G up here. Yeah, Bear over there, keeping it 100 in the JV squad. Yeah, we out here.
All right, we're done. All right. Okay, here we are with two of JV's players. What are your names?
Eric,
Seth.
How's you guys' day today?
pretty good.
Good.
We're winning 3-2.
We're winning.
Yeah. So I know you guys are JV players, and that's kind of what the game is happening behind here and everything. So obviously, as JV players, you guys have like a name here at the school, and you're gonna get a lot of pressure either from people from school, people from stands, your team, and maybe the opposite team. So I want to know, what is it that you guys do to shake that off and just know that you have to play as hard as you can out there?
Well, just try your hardest. You know, there's always people gonna talk bad, so just try your hardest.
Don't let it get to you, and the next day just try harder than you did before and try for the next game.
So I know as JV, you're also going to have harder workouts than some other teams. And so what do you do to motivate yourself to make sure that you don't give up and you keep going into your workouts and you keep trying hard in the game?
Just think like this, like other people can do it, so you can do it.
I usually work out when I'm thinking about the games. You know, like I'm doing this for the game to win it.
So obviously you guys aren't playing soccer because you guys obviously don't like it. But so I want to know is what soccer player really motivates you guys to keep going and keep you know, playing in their style or trying to be sort of like them?
Larry and Lionel Messi.
Either Sergio Ramos or Jordan Morris.
So is there anybody on your team that really motivates you, that wants you to, like, keeps trying to push you or anything, or is it like you guys try to be the ones to motivate?
The one that motivates me is Jesus Rodriguez because he just motivates me a lot.
Probably, yeah, Jesus too. He'll tell you straight, like if you're doing something wrong and you have to fix it, but you know he's doing it to help you.
All right, so last thing, and probably my last question. So what was obviously want to know is this a career or is this a hobby or things like that?
Oh, well, I do this like on my free time because I really love soccer, so it's pretty much like a hobby.
I mean, it's a hobby, but if anyone wants to sign me, I'll take that.
Same.
Okay, okay, this is the last question. All right, so obviously you guys have to keep doing this every day. You guys try oh sorry. Oh dang. Okay. So what, like you I had it too. I think I was just gonna here we have Martin, one of the players on JV. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. So I know as a JV player, you're gonna have a lot of pressure and everything. And so what I was wondering is, how do you shake out the pressure from people from the stands, people from on your team, or people on the opposite team?
So usually what I like to do is put my mindset on the game, focus on the game and what I have to do to be able to win that game and not get any goals scored on. So I like to focus more on the game, not pay attention to what other people have to say or what they're doing or other stuff that are going on other than the game. So I just focus more on the game and on other stuff.
So I know that as JV, you're gonna have like pretty intense workouts to get you ready for the games. So I want to know is what motivates you to keep doing in those workouts and keep you going while you're playing your game?
What motivates me is mostly especially when we lose. The next, like I practice harder than usual. So then when we get another game, we don't have to worry about winning. I mean losing. We just like go into for a win, and just like to just focus more on the win, and yeah.
So obviously you like soccer a lot. Is this something that you want to do as just a hobby or as a career?
Well, for now it's more as a hobby, and then I have to see what goes on with, you know.
Anything more than that?
Yeah. You feel?
All right. So is there any soccer player that really inspires you?
Memo Ochoa. Shout out to Memo Ochoa. I think he's a very great, talented goalie, and he deserves more respect than what he has right now. He's a lot. I saw him as like me growing up, so he kind of inspired me, like to be a goalie. So yeah, I look up to a lot of goalies. There's a lot of good goalies out there, so they're all different. They all have their goods and bads, but I always like to look out at different goalies. So yeah.
So is there any anybody on your team that really inspires you, or like anybody at all that you know like really does?
I mean, what do you mean expired?
So basically, people like in your team, you're gonna have people who are gonna either bring you down or push you up, or try to make you better, a better player, either by telling you that just try to change your mistakes or try to inspire you to do something better.
See, as Mount Vernon High School, we're not a negative school, so we always like to put each other up. So before games, we always like to pump each other up. Me as a positive person, I'm not that negative person that puts each other down. So I like to talk to people and try to put them up, try to get them focused on the game, and like so yeah, always be positive, never put a player down, because that's just gonna put the whole team down. So yeah, I always like to the team always likes to it's like again, bro. So yeah, I just like to focus on the positivity.
So I know like you're gonna have to be playing a lot of games, you're gonna have to be practicing, you're gonna have to do a lot of these things, but I know that's like there's a main goal in playing games, which is obviously you want to be the one to win, and you always want to be the one on top. But is there any personal goals that you have, such as like if you're the striker, you want to be able to make like 5 goals in a game, or if you're like the goalie, you want to block every shot or something like that? Is there something that you have as a personal goal?
Well, I think a lot of people's goals is always try hard in practice. Practice is what makes you better. If you practice hard, then you'll play hard. If you practice bad, then you'll play bad. So you always gotta practice hard. So in the games, you're ready to go, ready to get that W. No L's out here in MV. You don't like to get no L's, but I mean it's 3-2.
Here we have one of the coaches on varsity. What is your name?
My name is Renee.
Hello, Renee. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. So I know you're coaching the players for varsity, and they're like the top of the game. They're the best in our school. So I want to know is because they're gonna be pressured. They're gonna really like be scared of either people from their school, people in stands, either their own teammates, or even the opposite team. What is it that you do as a coach that try to like motivate them to like keep going, no matter what what happens? You want them like to not focus on pressure and focus on the game itself.
Well, that's a very good question. You know, as a coach, it's very important to tell your players what they're doing right. It's also important to point out the things that they need to work on, but it needs to be constructive criticism. You know, as a coach, I've really found that taking that player aspect from it, because I've played as well, I've been a player, I've been in their shoes. It's important to get that little sense of motivation, that little push, you know, just to, you know, reassure them that they're doing things right, that things are going to be okay. And that's just what we try to do. We try to tell them they just need to keep going, move forward. If you're going to fall forward.
So I know as varsity, they're going to have the hardest workouts either here at the school, because they are top of the team. So what do you kind of do? Like, what do you do to motivate the players and make them like keep going and push themselves even harder than they did yesterday?
Well, let's see. We had a beep test. I don't know if you're familiar with that. We had that at the beginning of the season, and we're going to have those periodically throughout the season. And so my job is to keep them in shape, basically. So we do these fitness tests, and every time we do it, again, I have a record of what they did last time, and we expect them to do better. So we will be definitely reminding them of what they did last time so that they can improve day in and day out.
So in your team, I know you're like trying to show that they're like really the best and everything. Is there like one of the players, is there anybody who's like your favorite on like certain aspects, or is there something like everybody has something that you really like of them that like really bonds the team more and makes them better?
You know, I don't know if I have a favorite. I like them all. I really like the chemistry this year, though. I think that, you know, we only graduated, I think, a couple of players, so it's important to have a lot of returners. Again, like I said, that builds on the chemistry. They have a really good group of guys. They always like to have fun in the locker room before, you know, we try to put on some good music for them so they can kind of get in that mindset and kind of forget about the game a little bit and enjoy themselves. Like I said, I don't really have a favorite. I think this is a very special group, and we can do special things if we get our minds to it.
So I know as a team you have to be like you're gonna have to have goals to keep winning, keep trying and everything. And I know the main goal is you want to be top of the game, you want to be the winner of the game, and you want to make know that you made more goals than everybody else. But is there any personal goals that you have as a coach, and any personal goals that you have for everybody on the team itself? Like, is there like the team? I want you this game to defend more. I want you to pass more. I want you to make more goals this time. Or and you as a coach, what do you think as yourself? Like, should I be more aggressive? Should I be like mild on this game? Should I like just be their friend, be their supporter, things like that?
That's a very good question. Having graduated from this school myself, I try to kind of be their role model and be that person that they can come to when they have any questions. As far as our goals, I think we try to take it one game at a time, and we don't try to put too much pressure on them. We're only focusing on our next game, and that's the most important game. Your next game is the most important game. We don't really put a mark on how many goals we want to score. It's a win is a win, and that's just the mentality that we're trying to put on our players. At the end of the day, is did you win tonight? And it doesn't matter how you won. If it was pretty or ugly, the win is a win.
Well, thank you for the interview, and I hope you guys have a good game.
Thank you.
Here we have the coach of the varsity team. What is your name?
Tony Dabbs.
Hello, Tony Dabbs. How are you today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So I know that you're coaching the varsity team, which is the best team in our school. So I want to know is obviously your players, they have to be motivated to be the top. They have to be known as the best, and that's a lot of pressure. So I want to know is what you kind of do as a coach to make sure that they're not pressured by anybody, whether it's their friends, people from school, their peers, anybody like that, or even anyone on their team, an opposite team.
Well, we know we're good, and so we've set a pretty high level of expectations for ourselves, and every day we have to live up to that standard that we've set for ourselves. And our program historically has been a very strong one, and they know that just by putting on the Mount Vernon High School logo, that it's a big deal, and they got to earn that spot.
So I know you, as the top teams, you're gonna have to be have the worst workouts, or probably not really worst, the more harder workouts to keep the top spot. And I kind of want to know is what do you do as a coach that makes sure that they keep doing their best, they keep making sure that they know that no matter what, they're the top team, they have to keep trying, they can't give up, or things like that.
Well, it's not just a training session that you're going to make a great team. It's everything you put into your body, everything you do when we're not at practice. All the stuff that you do in the off season, it leads up to this really compact 3-month season. And so it's not just any one thing, it's everything. We got to treat our bodies well, we got to treat our minds well. And if you take care of that stuff, you do your best on the field, and the results will take care of themselves.
So I want to know, because you're around these guys a lot, because you are showing them what to do. Is there anybody that's typically or anybody who in your team that is either your favorite, or is there anybody in your team that you like because of these aspects? There's this player because he's funny. There's this player, I like him because he's a really hard kicker. This guy because
that's what you call a loaded question, right? So I say one name, then I've got 16 guys that are going to take it out of me in the training field. So right now we're still getting to know each other. We do spend a lot of time together, but as of now, our chemistry is pretty phenomenal.
Okay. So I want to know, definitely this is the most important question that I think is for you, or for me personally, is I want to know what is your personal goals, whether you as a coach, what do you personally do that to yourself that you think I have to be this coach right now, I have to be aggressive, or should I just be laid back? Should I be their friend? Should I just be their supporter? Things like that. Or and also, as when they're playing the game, what do you have? What personal goal do you have for the game? Do you want them to always make goals? Do you want them to make sure that they're always passing a lot, teamwork, things like that.
So I want them to play the best soccer that they're capable of for every minute that they're on the field, whether that's a training session, whether that's a game. And wins will take care of themselves if we individually do what we need to do. As far as my coaching philosophy goes, I try to keep everything as positive as possible. Now, does that mean we don't talk about things at training session or in the locker room that maybe aren't so positive? No, we will. But during the game, if they put themselves into a jam, they need to play themselves out of the jam without having the coach scream at them. So I'm pretty chill in those regards.
Well, all right, thank you. And I'm really glad that you did this interview for me. Here we have one of the varsity players. What is his name?
Javi de la Cruz.
Hello, Javi. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. So I know as a varsity player, you're gonna have a lot of pressure, and because you are top of the game, you're the best team. So what is it that you do to get prepared for the games and make it so that you're not so pressured and you're more focused on the game and doing your best?
Well, we just play our game, and we just keep our head on our game, and just we don't use our phones for like half an hour before a game. Just think about the game and just play our game. That's it.
So I know that as varsity, you're gonna have like one of the harder workouts because you do have to be top of the game. So what is it that motivates you to keep doing all these workouts and motivates you to keep trying in your games?
Just that I'm in varsity and I have a chance to show people what I have. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's about it.
So I want to know is so obviously you probably do like soccer and everything, but you are in varsity. So I want to know, are you just trying to do this as a hobby, or you want to do this as a career?
Yeah, I actually want to do this for college, and yeah, I've always liked soccer and I will always like it.
So so you obviously told me you liked it. So I want to know is who's your favorite player?
Cristiano Ronaldo. I just love how he plays, his skill and everything.
So in your team, do you have like a favorite person in your team? Mainly because someone like for them inspiring you or something?
Andres Flores. He plays great, and I like how he plays.
Okay, so I know it's really hard to play varsity, and there's chances that you might not even win or anything. But I want to know is what your personal goal is. That makes it so even if you do win the game overall, this isn't your win because you didn't get to do these things. Like if you're like a striker, you want to be able to make a lot of goals. If you're a goalie, you want to block everything. Midfield, you want to keep running the ball up. Anything like that. What's your personal goal?
My personal goal is to help the team out. If I have to assist or score goals or whatever it takes, if I'm there, well, I'll be there. That's my goal. That's all. I don't want to do this just for me. I want to do this for the team.
Well, thank you, and good luck with the game. Here we have one of the players from varsity. What is your name?
Gerardo Garcia.
Hello, Gerardo. How is your day today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
So I know you're from varsity and everything. So you're top of the game. You're one of the best teams in our school. Actually, no, you are the best team in the school. So I want to know is you're gonna get a lot of pressure because of that. And so what do you do to get all that pressure away from you, from anybody from your school, anybody in the stands, even your team or anybody on the opposite team? What is it that you try to like make sure to do to like keep yourself going in the game?
I think just like being dialed in on the game and keeping our head high and just focus on the game before and after. That's what get us through.
As a top team, I know you're gonna have to have like really serious workouts and even more serious games. So I want to know is what you kind of do for that. What kind of motivates you to keep going back to practice and keep coming back to the games no matter the outcome?
Well, our first two preseason games were wins, and I feel like that kind of like built on us on keep on going. And I feel like the brotherhood we have, we all know each other. We play for each other. And I feel like that's what keeps us going.
So obviously you're like varsity right now, but do you have any future plans, or do you just kind of like want to make this your job? Do you just want to make this continuously a hobby?
I think personally it's gonna be a hobby, but there's a lot of talent out here. Let's see how far these players go.
So obviously you probably do like soccer and everything. So I want to know is who's your favorite player?
Mine, I gotta say, Messi. He's up there. He's a complete player.
Okay, so and I kind of want to know who's your favorite out of your team, mainly because what do they do, or who and like specifically do you like the most because they kind of inspire you or they kind of like help you or anything like that?
I think our 3 captains stand out the most. They're Calvin, Andres, Jr. They're always there. They're supportive. They're the ones that stand out the most in the games, keeping our team going. And yeah, I appreciate them.
So I know like obviously in your games, your goal is always to win, always to make sure that you're on top and you're always making the most goals. But what I want to know is what's your personal goal? Like you could win every single game, but then you could feel that you didn't win because you did something. And like for you, would it be anything like obviously if you are a striker, you want to be the one making most goals. Goalie, you want to be blocking all the goals. And like anybody in the midfield, you want to keep pushing up the ball and making sure everybody is always doing good. What's kind of your personal goal for your whole play style?
Just improving, you know. I mean, we could do a good one game and end up losing. It doesn't mean that we played bad, but just improve on every game we do and learn from our mistakes.
Okay. Well, that's all my questions, and thank you for doing this interview.
Thank you.